fuck is up? What's happening? What's really good? How are you? You doing good? You having a good 9/11? Is your 9/11 going good? You watching TV? You watching every fucking channel's giving the different perspectives. 9/11, are you watching it? No? Neither are we. Broadcasting live from hazy, smoky, fucking northern Colorado. It's great. It's beautiful. Colorado's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. How are you? Did your unemployment benefits run out? That's all anybody can complain. Everybody acts like the whole country's unemployed. Like no one's been at work. Like, and then somebody said it's like 12 million, and I'm like, well, there's 300 and some odd million of us. It doesn't sound like everybody's taking the time off, but listening to people around here up in Colorado, the beautiful, physically, geographically gorgeous state of Colorado. Everybody bitches about the unemployment. The unemployment. No one wants to work. Everybody wants a free ride. If you get benefits, don't spend it at Taco Bell on their awful fucking chicken sandwich. Don't bother wasting your money, especially if it's running out, especially if it's really gone. That little bonus is gone. Dude, Benji, make yourself useful and kill that fucking fly you let in the room. Stop trying to lick me. Did the mic just cut out? So look, it cut out. Who knows? Who knows? Just laying here. I usually don't podcast laying down. It's a little weird. I decided to try it this way. Fuck it, you know. It's 9/11. Take a fucking load off. You know? For all those people that climbed all those stairs to save all those people. Take a load off for them. They would. They wish they could. Oh, man, what a horrible fucking thing. But, you know, we'll just focus on, you know, whatever else, whatever Netflix serial killer documentary they come out with next. I don't even, there's so many now, dude. It's like, that fucking, the guy in Wisconsin, the one, you know, we'll just focus on serial killers, not the biggest serial killer of them all. The U.S. Give. We're off to a great start here, laying down. What was I talking about? Unemployment benefits. And wasting that money at Taco Bell on that awful fucking chicken sandwich. Maybe that's where my malaise is coming from. I'm just hopeless at this point. I'm just lethargic. I'm just, you know, I don't have much hope for the future with, you know, Grandpa Joe went on TV and said that, you know, blamed all the people who haven't taken the COVID treatment shot and, you know, further divided this country and just fucking, what do we do? Where do we go from here? Taco Bell is making chicken sandwiches and you have to get a shot or otherwise you can't get a job. I mean, what's happened? What have we let happen? We can't blame the boomers. We can't blame the 11.8 million people that were on unemployment because there's almost 400 million of us if you count all the Hispanics. Let's be real here. I'm from California. They say it's like 38 million or whatever. It's like add 10 minimum. Add 10. The fuck out of here. I never answered a census in my life. What's going on? I mean, you can't blame boomers. You can't blame the unemployed. You can't blame homeless. You can't blame mental illness. We can't blame each other. It's the fucking 1%. We had it. In 2008, 2009, our attention was focused in the correct direction, and ever since then, it's just we've been taking the bait and infighting. And they're just, here, take this shot. Oh my God. What are we gonna do? You can't even get a Mexican pizza anymore, and Taco Bell's over here making that off. Dude, I got it. I'm speaking from experience. It's the worst fucking thing that ever happened to me. It was my own 9/11. The Taco Bell chicken sandwich was my own 9/11. I was in 8th grade when 9/11 happened. I've spent way more time than the average person watching the footage, first responders, witness testimony, eyewitness testimony, survivor testimony, journalist testimony, rescue boat testimony, rescue helicopter testimony, fucking and all the other ones that are, the ones that are actually real, where they're just like playing the, the air traffic control correspondence and all the actual shit that shows, that our, government either did that to us or allowed it to happen to us. No doubt in any logical person's mind, if you spend more than 90 minutes looking at it, you're gonna be like, God damn it. I understand the weight of that day. I understand what it was, if you were delivering mail in the basement or, just in the lobby, if you're a UPS guy in the lobby and the shit happened and then the debris came and before people even started jumping out and bodies were falling from the sky, you might have ran to one away. By then you would be 6 blocks away. You wouldn't hear it. You'd fucking just run out of the city, try and get on a boat. Like, you'd be blocks and blocks away. Like, even those people was horrific. Like, I've seen their faces, the people that got out early. That's what that chicken sandwich was to me, dude. That's what that chicken taco was to me. I had the same look on my face, the same pain, anguish, terror, confusion, horror. It triggered my fight, flight response, just like in those people. Fight, flight, freeze. I think it's 3 Fs. Yeah, that fucking sandwich is awful, dude. What the fuck? The Mexican pizza was good. It was fucking good, man. And you just had to fuck it up. You just really, really just had to fuck it up. And I don't know how you managed to fuck it up so bad, but Taco Bell, you really dropped the ball here. You really dropped the bell. You really dropped the fucking, the tortilla. You really dropped the taco. It's goddamn shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah. You and Rockies fans. Taco Bell and Rockies fans. And don't the Rockies do that dumbass you win, you get tacos thing? Like, the Rockies score 7 runs, everybody gets a free taco or whatever the fuck. Like, I'm pretty sure they do that. I've seen it there. I've been to enough Giants games at Coors Field to see they have this little taco thing, and then if you watch the games, it'll show it. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Taco Bell is no longer what it was. They don't have the original grilled stuffed burrito. They don't have the grilled stuffed chicken Caesar salad burrito. The show's fucking fire. They don't have the Mexican pizza. It's dog shit. Just like the Rockies. Just like Rockies fans. Just like, most Coloradans. I'm starting to get, like, I had a really shitty experience at the Giants game. We beat the shit out of the Rockies the other day. We got tickets, my wife and I, and then there was someone in our seat, row 28, you know, right behind the visitor dugout. Someone's in our seat, so we sit, run row back. You know, it's a Rockies game. No one's gonna. It's fine. You know, half inning later, another couple shows up. You know, middle-aged, like, dude had gray in his hair, so like late 40s, early 50s kind of guy. Skinny, glasses, Rockies hat, Rockies shirt. She's got the purple shirt, the big fake tits. Like, obviously on their second marriage, they show up, and they're like kind of groveling, and they sit one row behind us, one seat over, and I hear them groveling, and I'm like, oh, what seat are you guys? Like, thinking, you know, just in case we're in their seats, you know, being that we're not in ours. And he goes, oh, we're actually a row ahead of you, you know, right there. And I'm like, oh, me too. What seat are you? He goes, 11 and 12. And I'm like, oh, we're 9 and 10. But, you know, there's people in our seats. And he goes, yeah. If anything, we're going to go further back. You know, and I'm just like, okay, man. And then we go back to watching the game, and I have a fucking hot dog, and I'm eating my hot dog, and then all of a sudden, man, I could, you know, people are talking, you know, everybody's getting to their seats. It's the first inning. The Giants are already up 2-0, so Rockies fans are already going, the fucking cunty fucking bullshit they always fucking do. So I'm sitting there eating my fucking hot dog with my wife, just chilling. These are the best seats I've ever had at Coors Field. So I'm like, you know, and the Giants are really fucking good. I'm fucking hype. I got my jersey on, my hat, I got my hoodie, got my fucking Raglan shirt. I'm fucking ready to go. And this fucking piece of shit, man, like in the next half inning or so, I could hear him just like an excessive amount of that shit. And I start to listen to him, and I start to like try and like focus on what he's saying to his dumb cunt wife. And he's saying, could you imagine, he's saying, because I'm eating, and he's saying, can you imagine if we were actually at our seats and I have to sit next to him while he's eating? Like, and I'm a big fat dude. Obviously, the show's audibly fat. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And he's like, ugh, I have to deal with him while they're eating. And the Giants are scoring, so I'm eating. And so the Giants are getting hits and getting runs. This game just started because the Rockies are trash. They're fucking ass. So the Giants are scoring, and I'm eating, and I'm not standing up clapping, but I'm like putting my hand up. I'm like, let's go, you know? And this guy's just mumbling and talking shit. And dude, it fucking persisted the whole fucking game. And all I ate was a fucking hot dog, Cracker Jacks, and fucking, I started to eat sunflower seeds. And I had a water. And this fucking stupid fucking piece of shit is talking shit the whole fucking game. Watching his team get face fucked. Watching the Rockies get absolutely face fucked as usual because they're literally the Rockies, and they're the Cleveland Browns of baseball. They were born trash. They'll always be trash. They haven't sold the game out in 14 years. And so you have these fucking cunty, faggy fucking fans sitting in the fucking, he's sitting behind the Giants dugout with about 1,000 Giants fans around him. And Coloradans love to hate Californians. And so he purchased these tickets in this area, decked out in Rockies gear, and put himself in a situation to get butthurt. And so he's sitting there talking shit about me. And I realized in this moment and during this game, and since then, this happened early in the week. This is, what is it, Saturday? It happened Tuesday. I'm a house cat now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not the wild fucking idiot I was when I was young. I'm definitely not, because I would have done something, and I just, at the very least, would have said something far earlier in the game. And then I didn't say anything till later in the game, about the 5th or 6th inning. I finally said something. I did what he was doing. I talked shit about him to my wife. It was when they were eventually caught them trying to take a picture of us. And it's just this fucking, and I just pretty much was talking shit about him, just telling him he was being a fucking bum ass. I was like, could you imagine being a bum ass Rockies fan, talking shit to your wife like a fucking high schooler, talking shit to your dumb whore wife, watching your bum ass team get fucking literally shit on, and you're just sitting here watching it and like acting like you're enjoying yourself. Like, could you imagine that? So I'm saying this loudly, and I'm like, could you imagine talking to your dumb cunt wife and thinking no one can hear you when the stadium hasn't sold out in 14 years and is empty as fuck? And we're getting the shit beat out of us, so obviously it's quiet, and obviously you can hear me. And so he eventually grabs his wife's hand, and they turn and they fucking face the left field fucking foul pole. And I still feel like, I don't know, like that guy's like a microcosm of everything I hate about Coloradans. It's everything I hate. Like, I just don't. The one thing you appreciate about being from a very populated area, a very diverse area like the Bay, or I'm sure anybody from New York or LA would feel the same way, or Chicago, or, probably parts of Florida. There's places that are fucking diverse, dude. DC, you know what I mean? And it's just, out here, man, it's just so fucking vanilla, and these people are just, they subscribe to a binary, and it's so easy to put them in these categories because they strive to be in these two boxes, one of two boxes. It's either Republican, stone cold, mouth breathing, pesticide fucking filled fucking retard, like, or a half the side of my head shaved, coexist bumper sticker, bleeding heart, complete lunatic liberal, and it's a bunch of rich people and a bunch of poor people pretending to be middle class. Neither are middle class, especially like Boulder and Fort Collins and like even Denver, man. It's a bunch of rich people that don't want to be rich. They just want to pretend like they're like humble, but they're not. Like, they're not. They have no humility. They want to pretend that like they're, salt of the earth, and they're not. And then you have poor people who are trying to come up in the world. So we're all pretending to be middle class, and none of us are, because there is none. There isn't one. And it's just Coloradans, man. And it's just, this guy just represents, he's just this skinny, wiry, glasses, salt and pepper, talking shit, salt and pepper hair, just cinnamon roll loving, patio, IPA, fucking green chili loving, just complete fucking bozo, dude. Like, absolute clown. And I just fucking, God, dude, I just wanted to beat the fuck out of this dude so bad. Like, because on what planet would someone older, smaller, and weaker openly and loudly talk shit about someone younger and bigger and stronger and more virile? Like, just on plain sight, just if you glanced at us as men. Like, which one is on the, which one is there, which one's in their prime, and which one's on the decline, and who would openly, and it's just being in a heavily populated and heavily diverse area. Those people, you see things and you talk shit, but you do it either really quietly or will you wait till you get to your car. Like, it's not. Reality is there. Like, this guy, these people they're disconnected from reality. So they just have this smug cuntiness about them, this smugness about them that's just false. It's false. It's you can only be that way because it's 2021 and everyone around me had a camera up their asshole. There were 35 different angles of looking at the dugout I'm literally 9 rows back from. Like, you know what I mean? I can't just get up and crush your fucking face. So I can't get up and pour a beer on your fucking head. I can't get up and flip your wife's nachos onto her fake tits. You know what I mean? Like, Or go back in time. Go back in time. Name a time in history where you could get away with that. Where you being a wiry, weak, nebbishy little fuck can talk shit about anybody. Let alone someone literally 3 times your size. It's just... And I just, it's just, you have to, because literally there's a camera up everybody's fucking asshole. You have to just, I can't do this off my back anymore. You have to just eat this shit, man. You could talk shit a little bit, but it's just, I've seen, how many videos have you seen this year of Rockies fans getting absolutely knocked the fuck out? There's at least 2. It's just very... It's just, I'm not gonna go to jail. I'm not gonna go to jail because someone talks shit. Like, I understand the bigger picture that, like, I just heard an echo of negativity. Someone talks shit about him because he's a fucking pitiful little fucking, fucking schlep rock fucking bitch. And he had a couple IPAs, feeling saucy, couple blue moons, and wanted to impress his second, this chick he met off Tinder, because he's obviously in his second marriage. Like, he's obviously in the midlife crisis form of his life. It's like, so it's like, I just have to understand that I can't now impart that on other people. But it's also like, fuck all that, because karma's not real. There's no such thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's too much, there's also chaos. There's too many terrible things have happened to too many people that didn't deserve it, that to sit here and act like karma's like some sort of real thing. Like, it's just, that's fucking stupid. Like, I don't know. Logic tells me, like, it's a beautiful sentiment, and it's good to practice that. It's good to understand that, if you're really shitty, you're probably gonna have a shitty life. Like, that's a good guideline, but it's not in practicality. Like, I don't think it's like physically, like, I don't think it's like measurable. You know what I mean? I don't think there's like a metric truth to it. I don't think there's like, any data on that, so, because really terrible, babies are born with horrible diseases, and like, there's terrible things that happen to people that don't deserve it. And there's horrible people that live great lives and don't deserve it, so. But here we are. I just have to swallow that. But yeah, I don't know. My disdain for Coloradans is just it just grows. It just grows, dude. And then, I don't know, man. They're all just the most basic fucks. Like, especially the Rockies shit. Especially Rockies fans. Like, I respect it. Like, I don't know. I know there's a huge crossover. Obviously, with any Rockies fan is obviously a Broncos fan and a fucking Nuggets fan. I don't know what it is about Colorado fans in general, but they're just they're fucking absolute disdain and hate for the Giants and for 49ers and for people that win. They're just the most bitter hater, fucking sore loser cunts. And it's like, dude, you're never gonna fucking win. Like, your team, you support a horrible ownership. Like, the Giants are blessed with a team of owners and a team of people that manage the team that literally, even in a rebuild, will always try and compete. They've done it since 1883. Your team, you allowed them to come in and print money, and you bought all the shit, and you went to a World Series in 2007, and you got absolutely fucking face fucked. You got swept, and you haven't done anything since, but you've continued to go to games since. You've continued to buy things since. It's been 14 years. You've squandered world-class talent. You were blessed with generational talent at shortstop back to back, like the 49ers with like the 49ers with middle linebackers, like the 49ers with quarterbacks, like the Yankees with center fielders. You got Troy Tulowitzki and Trevor Story, and you fucking squandered them both. And it's just, You have no one to blame but yourselves because you continue to buy the hats, you continue to buy the beer, you continue to go to the games, you continue to support a fucking team that operates a business that is not trying to win, that is not trying to compete, that is actively not trying to compete. You wasted Nolan Arenado. You wasted generational talent after generational talent after generational talent. Like, no one to blame but yourselves because you continue to support it, man. You continue to support their fucking bullshit. And you continue to go to the games and whine and bitch about the Giants. But it's like, yeah, dude. Like, when they don't win, it's if the Giants ever just put a halt on trying to compete, things would be different. I'm not saying that the people in the Bay Area, I mean, the people in the Bay Area have been completely displaced. The people there now are not the people that were there when I was there, so I can't even speak for them. But you don't want to blame but yourselves as Rockies fans. You support this bullshit. Like, you don't see people at Kings games. Like, you know, like there's a direct correlation to attendance and to effort. They're not trying to put out a winning product. No one shows up. But back when they had Peja Stojakovic and Vlade Divac and fucking Chris Webber and fucking Jason Williams, like, you had people, that arena was packed. Like, you call it fair weather, call it all you want. Like, but if you're not going to try and put out a fucking competitive fucking product, then it is what it is, dude. Like, I mean, you have no one to blame but yourselves. But you can get mad at Giants fans all you want. You can get fucking pissy at Giants fans all you want, and think that we're all fair weather. And it's just, I've never met a group of people that blames, that's more whiny and takes less responsibility for their bullshit. Like I truly, Coloradans do not take any responsibility for what's happening to their state. They do not take responsibility for anything that happens anywhere and anything. It's complete. Don't let, I know that the USA Today and all these publications tell you that it's one of the best states to live in and it's beautiful and everyone knows about Aspen and all this bullshit. But trust me, man, these people, there's a reason they share a border with Nebraska and New Mexico and Wyoming and Utah. They're on that level of state. Like, all the feelings you feel when I said all those other states, you should feel about this shithole. You truly, these people do not take responsibility for anything. Everything is someone else's fucking fault. Every fucking thing. It's some other states. Californians. It's the fucking liberals. Just bitchy, whiny, motherfucking cunts, dude. And then you go to Fort Collins and Boulder and the really liberal places, and they bitch about people in Weld County and the farmers and just act like, yeah, they're Trump tards. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, dude, like they're like everyone just bitches and bitches and bitches, and I don't know, man. I don't. As a people, I've never met anyone. I've never met a group like Californians. I don't know. You see a lot of every state's bitching right now about Californians leaving. Washington's bitching, Idaho's bitching, Montana's bitching, Colorado's bitching. People are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Texas is bitching. All these Californians are coming, but that is because we understand the game, and instead of sitting and whining about why it's not as cheap as it was when my parents were kids or when my parents were growing up, and why I'm being gentrified out of the entire northern Bay Area, why the entire East Bay, West Bay, South, like the entire Bay Area, why I've been gentrified out, instead of whining and going, oh, I hate Google, I hate Facebook, oh man, why didn't I get a degree in computer technologies? I should have made an app. Like, instead of doing that, you fucking leave. You move on. You find some other backwoods shithole to come and move into. Like, it is what it is. This is America. We're migratory people. We're human beings. We're Homo sapiens. You move on. It's your instincts tell you to kick rocks and get the fuck out of here. So every time I hear Coloradans bitch about Californians and bitch about the way the state's going, I'm like, leave. The door's open. And they're like, I'm a native. No, the fuck you're not. Your fucking parents came here from fucking Philly or New York or wherever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're not a fucking native, you fucking idiot. They were all slaughtered. There's fucking signs, and there's a whole trail of tears through this fucking state and through Wyoming, and that massive, what was it, that Sand Creek massacre? Yeah, what are you talking about? You're a native. This fucking dude, Colorado, like I can go on and on and on. That's what this episode is. This is, as I know it's 9/11, and I love talking about 9/11, but today's the fuck Colorado episode. I'm married a Coloradan, but she's not. She was born here, but her parents are from New York. They're from the East Coast. So I don't know, man. Coloradans, let me see. I went off in my notes the other day. Let me see. Yeah, dude. Holy fuck. I went off. Yeah, dude. Everything I've pretty much been saying. Oh, yeah, fake driving courtesy. There's that shit in this dumb fucking state. I don't know about what state you live in, but everybody has that fake driving courtesy where they're a fucking shithole to you. You know, they're like, you wave at them or try and be neighborly and speak to them when you move into a neighbor. You know, when you buy a house next to them, they're shitty. When you try and get money for the, an $8,000 fence you built, they ignore your texts and ignore your phone calls. They pretend you don't exist. You know, these people that fake, niceness, but they're really judgy. But then you get to the fucking stop sign out in this state, and everyone turns into fucking Mother Teresa all of a sudden. Everyone's just, oh, no, you go. No, you go. You go up to a goddamn stop sign, and you're sitting there, and it's no matter, you can pull up 10 seconds after someone's come to a complete stop. In this state, man, woman, doesn't matter. Old, young, they're going to wave you on. If it's Colorado, they're waving you on. And it's the most infuriating fucking thing in the world, dude. I hate that shit. Just go. That's the one thing. Everybody bitches about California drivers, but there's one. It's so easy to predict. They're gonna go. They're just gonna go. It's very easy to predict their behavior on the road. They're just gonna go. The fake courtesy, dude. I can't. Everyone wants to be Mother Teresa at a stop sign in this state. That's the most awful fucking thing in the world. And then you try and merge. You try and get on the highway. On I-25, there's only 2 lanes. And there's on-ramps everywhere. So you get on, and these people don't get out of the right lane. They do not move. They literally white-knuckle the steering wheel. And they look straight ahead. And they just pretend you're not there. They pretend that you're not getting on. They pretend that this isn't a normal part of driving. They pretend that this isn't a normal part of traffic. This isn't a normal thing that happens every fucking day. They just stare straight ahead, white knuckle, and pretend you aren't there. Oh, this fucking place, dude. It's just, whoo. Ugh. Yeah, it's just basic bitch city, man. It's basic bitch city. It's like I said, they think liking beer and a patio is a personality. They think owning a Subaru is a personality. They think liking hiking is a personality. They think that liking to look at mountains is a personality. It's fucking awful. Like, it's just the most basic. It's cookie cutter. It's the most predictable state I've ever been in. Like, I could walk into a room and know what I'm going to get into every fucking time. There's no surprises. There's no personalities. There's no characters. I know that it's a large part to do with the internet and the new generation, and every person that's younger and younger and younger is going to become more and more dull and flattened. But no one here is a personality. No one here is a character. You meet very, 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 very few. They all drive the same shitty fucking SUV, either a Subaru or a Jeep or a Hyundai, and it's just cookie cutter basic bitch bullshit, all of it. Or they drive a white Dodge or a white Ford F-350. It's just predictable basic shit. They're all got the same names: Braden, Dylan, Connor, not those names, but they're all, it's just,
Nothing wrong with those guys. If I know Connery's cool, I know Dylan, they're cool, but it's just there's some basic names in Colorado, dude. Yeah, it's they just have this disdain and hate for California, whether they're Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative or gay, straight. It doesn't matter. They all hate Californians if they're born here. But it just shows their lack of intelligence. It just shows their lack of understanding of basic economy and capitalism. It shows their lack of understanding of how the world works. It shows the lack of understanding of how, when three of your biggest cities constantly petition to the rest of the country to come live here, and they beg sports teams to move here, they beg venues to be built, they beg concerts to come here, please bring your economy, bring your capitalism, but then they also expect to be shut off from the world and still retain the small town, ski town feel. And it's just there's a disconnect here. There's a disconnect in this state. They beg people to come, but you still, when you drive around, you're still driving on roads that are used to a 1972 level of traffic in every city all across the state. And it's just the lack of preparedness, it's just ridiculous, dude. They beg and broadcast to come here, but then they don't prepare. They don't get ready for it. They take all their lottery winnings, every dime of their lottery winnings, they put it into parks. Like, this place doesn't need parks. Roosevelt already gave you the park, the Rocky Mountain National Park. We don't need all the other little ones. They're great and nice, but there's fucking thousands of them. But this is the bottom three in the state in education, bottom three in the state, in the country in teacher pay. And it just, because no lottery money goes to fund schools. No, they can't even, I've heard that you can't even get that pot money. I don't know if this is even true, but it's hard to get that pot money into schools because it's not even federally legal. It's like, this place is just a joke. And that's another thing too. The weed in this state, I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh shit. My cable just moved. This place thinks it's Amsterdam. This place thinks that because weed's legal here, that it's like some sort of identity. The state as a whole thinks that is an identity, which to me is bonkers. It's absolutely fucking bonkers, because everyone knows when you think weed, you think of either Amsterdam, Jamaica, or California, but mostly California, like legitimately. But people think that, they genuinely think people moved here for the weed. Stop. Whoa, what's going on? Yeah, to pretend that people move here for fucking weed is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I hope that thing isn't cutting out. God damn, now it's jiggling like a motherfucker. Damn. Did it do it this whole time? I took my headphones out a few minutes ago. Who knows? I'll listen to it. I'll just finish. I'll record it and then listen to it. Whatever. But yeah. Maybe I'll end it here. Maybe I'll end it here with Coloradans. I'll end what is it, 40 minutes? Yeah, I'm like 38. Jesus Christ. Just talking about Coloradans for 40 minutes straight. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Yeah, it's great parks. Ass backwards thinking in the state. Ass backwards thinking in the state. You hate California, but it's just because you want to be California, Colorado. That's what I'm going to end on this beautiful 9/11 evening, on this beautiful night, as I look at my dog who loves this day. This is like Christmas to him. That's what I'm going to end on. I'm going to end on, you only hate Californians. You only hate California. Because you want to be California, bitch. Legitimately. You want to talk like us, be like us. Chicks want to be tan like us. They want to have blonde hair. You guys want to pretend that you have good Mexican food like us, and one thing about California, I know some people from San Diego, and I see it a lot on Instagram because these fucking dumb food videos. There's food videos everywhere, dude. Everywhere. But they keep putting French fries in the burrito, right? So I asked some people I know from San Diego, and they told me, they're like, yeah, bro, what are you talking about? That's a California burrito. And I was like shocked. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but that's just shocking to me. So Californians, I don't care where you are. I know we're very different. People from the Bay and people from Southern California, I know you guys aren't like me. I know people from the Bay probably relate to me more. They fuck with me more. But stop putting fucking fries in the burrito, dog. It's trash. It's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Please stop doing it. Don't call it a California burrito. Call it a fucking Riverside burrito. Call it a San Diego burrito. You do not represent the rest of us. Because in the Bay, I've never seen that in my fucking life. I've never seen that in Oakland. I've never seen that in San Francisco. I've never seen that in the East Bay. I've never seen that in the fucking North Bay. I've never seen that in the South Bay. I've never seen that anywhere, dude. I've never seen that on International Boulevard. Never. No one puts French fries in a fucking burrito. It's disgusting. I've seen potatoes in a breakfast burrito. But breakfast burritos aren't even that big in California. At least in the Bay. Not like they are in Colorado, like these fucking, breakfast burrito, I need a breakfast burrito. When I get like this, I don't know if it's funny or not. Because I think it's funny. Because I could shit on Coloradans all day. I think they're fucking goofy. I think it's very easy to lump them all up because I can run through a checklist and they all love that. They'll all be like, yeah, I like all those things. I'm like, yeah, I know you do. And you're a stranger. And I know you like those things. Because you're all just basic. No one here wants to be different. Everyone here wants to be what someone else is like. That's what it is. They saw someone in Patagonia, so they got Patagonia. They saw someone with Yeti, so they got a Yeti. They saw someone, that's the thing. That's why you hate California so much. You want to be California, bitch. Everyone wants to be California. Everybody. There's more people in California than all of Canada. We're our own country. When people, on days like today, when people go, you're an American, when I'm talking about, the war games we were playing that morning and why there was no fighter jet response and the Saudi Arabian involvement and how come there's so many eyewitness testimony of explosions, and like when I talk about this, people go, you're an American, they always just say something that involves me being an American, and I always cut them off like, hey dude, I'm Californian. Like, that's the only thing I can identify with. The only thing that makes me feel American is baseball. But the 4th of July and baseball, fuck, you'll feel like an American. But other than that, I'm Californian through and through. I live in Colorado, but like I said, it's because I'm from a place where we're mature. I was gonna say where I'm a man, but nowadays, who knows what that means? It might be toxic, but we're mature in California. We're mature in the Bay. They're mature in populated areas. That's why they have more voting power. That's why cities run shit. That's why you hate the cities, because they're more mature. They make more rational decisions. Mature. They're far more mature, man. They make more rational, level-headed, thought-based decisions instead of sitting here and whining about Zucks and why, all these companies are making it so expensive to live in my city. I just left. I went to a smaller pond where it was easier. Easier to do everything. Easier to get a job, make money, meet women, all of it. It's all easier here. That's what you do. So if you're in Colorado and you're bitching and you hate the way your state's going and you feel like it's becoming too big a pond and it's not the place you thought you were going to grow up in, look at Arkansas. It's pretty cheap. They got colleges there too. Check it out. And they do truck pools like they're doing right outside my house, where they're going to build a golf course. But before they do that, they're doing a truck pool to celebrate the 4,000 people that died on September 11th. Rest in peace, y'all. This is what it was for. That's what you did it for, is for vaccine mandates and truck pools. That's what it was all for, baby. All right, this is Audibly Fat signing out. Take care of yourself. Smash that like button. Smash that share. Smash that subscribe. Happy 9/11. Enjoy it. Kiss your family. You never know when our government is going to do it to us again. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.